Hello, Liz.
Oh,
Hello.
How are you?
Another week. Another week gone by. Yes, it goes so fast. I'm okay.
Actually, I'm busy.
We're very busy, aren't we, at the moment? There's so many things going on, and I've got to focus. That is the watchword of what we're doing. So what's going on this week for you, Liz? Because I know we've got a lot going on.
I know. Crystal Chat Live tomorrow, so it's almost like our tea time show. I talk a little bit about crystals, and I'm going to introduce Julie Stacey, whose mother, Carol, was the one that started Rahani.
Oh, wonderful.
And
lovely.
It's great. Hi, Diane.
Hello,
this is Diane. I was telling you about, Amanda.
Yes. Sorry, I have been told about you, my love. I will get in touch with you. It's nice to see you on here, Diane. Right,
absolutely.
Okay. So you've got your. Hopefully, we can watch that.
Yeah, and then we've obviously got the Rovers tie, which is going to be wonderful in Colchester. But we can talk a bit about that later, because I'm so excited about doing ghost stories and working with you doing some platform.
Yeah, we're doing platform
Mia,
together.
Martha. And here's Kim.
Everybody. Hello, Martha, Mia.
Shall I kick off?
Yes, so Liz is going to be starting this evening with her lovely tarot readers for you, ladies.
Bit different. I'm going to be giving the spiritual meanings. So it's really something that you personally can connect with, because the fact that you're coming on, about developing your own sort of spirituality, so that would be absolutely wonderful. So Diane, oh, look at this, you've got the Magician, and do you know what it's starting to say? Very much for the Magician, it's about confidence. And excuse my kamikaze cat if you can see her in the background crawling out the window. It's saying, do you know what? You've got a lot of latent psychic abilities, ones that are hidden that you dismiss. So very much trust your intuition and really start to build it. And there may have been things that you did a bit earlier on in your life that you really connected with. And it's saying, time to bring that forward. And I'm going back to some spellcaster oracle with it. So you've got all the ingredients to fill your cauldron. The things that you want to achieve, start trusting that inner voice about the way to go, and know you've got everything in your skill set to achieve it. So I hope that makes some sense to you. And Mia, welcome, and fantastic to see you. Now, obviously the spiritual meanings. Here we've got death. Now, death does not mean death, and it's one of possibly the most misunderstood tarot cards. I mean, it looks lovely and blue. So there's a little part about, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed about things, maybe you just need to focus on something a little bit different. So part of it is focusing on, your connections with people. Are they good for you? Are they giving you bad advice? You've got to look at that real breadth. And at times you feel maybe closing in, just think of surrounding yourself with lots of beautiful light. And I would really, really suggest, if you don't work with quartz, a little bit of quartz, Mia. And here, look at this one, lovely, greet the stranger. So there's going to be somebody that you meet that comes along soon that's going to really help you, really going to be an inspiration, completely out the blue, quite different. So Martha, look at that, the world's always wonderful. And it's saying, Martha, you have come through karmic lessons, and they're hard. Some of it is tough. All the challenges, do you know what? You've got the freedom now to do the things that you want and know you can move forward. But there's also a part about this card that says, don't be frightened about speaking, about voicing your opinion, because you will be heard and you will be listened to. And with it from the spellcaster, power, you can achieve anything. So Martha, you're just moving into this time where, self-empowerment, self-love, embrace it and move it forward. Remember, these are the spiritual meanings of the major arcana. And Kim, well, I'm sure you had the sun last time, Kim, but let's have a look at a bit of the spiritual side of it. And we love the sun anyway. Could do with it a little bit more of it at the moment to warm up, because it's a little bit chilly, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But this is a card of enlightenment. You're pretty enlightened anyway, Kim, and it's it's just about just embracing it. It's about seeing it. It's about trusting the universe has got your back, which is always a big thing. But just start moving forward in that positive way. And I'm not sure if you had this last week or not. Manifest your passion. the universe will be generous. The sun's saying, trust the universe is there. And now it's saying, pull that manifesting, pull it together and start to go for it. So I hope that makes some sense. Oh, Liz Rose, Penelope,
Hello,
lovely to see
everyone.
you all. Are you okay, Amanda, now?
Yes, I'm fine. Lovely to see you ladies on here. Hopefully we'll have a better evening this evening. I'm trying to sort all this internet out at the moment. Right, okay. As I link up to spirit, I'm asking to somebody to come in for me, for you. You know how I work. I see, hear, feel and sense. So I just ask you to give me a yes, or if you can take it so as we know, get the link stronger. Now, as I've connected, as I was waiting when Liz was doing the lovely messages, I had somebody coming in at the back of my head there. And again, last week I had about a head situation. And I've got somebody here, though, but they're telling me something to do with the front of the head. I feel there was an accident. Someone had a fall. I'm also finding it hard to speak correctly as well. I feel this is an older person. They would have... oh, bless them. I'm getting like Alzheimer's here with them, maybe dementia as well. This is a man, I feel, and there would have been a fall. And he's telling me, bless him, with the teeth situation, false teeth he had, and he's like finding it hard. But he was a lovely guy. He's showing me himself with a stick, trying to hold a stick up here. Hardly any hair on his head at all, quite thin. He would have often wore a long Mac, and he would have had a bit of a hunch when he went out, and he would have tripped over and had falls. Can anybody take this man at all at the first, as we're going along, and then we'll go from there? Hello, Sue. Hello, everybody. Hello, Tori. Right, that's we've got a scanner on there, Tori. But
Tori, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know if anybody can take this man, okay, as he comes in here. He's a grandfather figure, obviously, here, bless him, but he's obviously somebody's husband as well. But I feel that his wife, no, she's still here on the earth plane. Okay, good evening, Karen. At the moment, nobody can take this man. I feel that he's just telling me he would have had a fall and hit his head, and I've got there was been a scar. I don't think that took him over to spirit, but he had a lot of falls and he had problems got pain going through the eye, problems in the head area, and he would have had to be cared for, and he lost a lot of weight as well. And I think he passed away peacefully, either in a home or he's saying at home in his chair, but he would have had carers. Okay, so if you know of this man, but it would have been things that, oh, he's falling over now too much, we need to get him put somewhere there he can be cared for. Okay, and I've got the name of Bill or William that would fit somewhere around this man. Okay, and oh, I don't know if he was a gardener or he's talking about gardening, but he's showing me the old-fashioned gardening mower with the big roller bit on it as well, you know, the heavy thing here. So I don't know why this would be, and it's something about the smell of fresh grass. So I don't know if this would relate to somebody as a memory link of him when he was younger and he was in the garden. And yeah, I've got a granddad, don't worry about the name. Okay, so anybody there can take this man at the moment there, ladies. If not, we'll have to go on and come back to him and see if there's somebody else. If not, let Liz have a little bit more while I tune in and get some more. Because okay, thank you. Sorry.
Well, Mandy, I'll go to Mandy first. Mandy Cole, welcome. And as I said, I'm doing the spiritual meanings of the major arcana. We seem to have had the Chariot, obviously, because it's the year, as I keep saying, the Chariot for you. And, you know, there's lots and lots about sort of pace. But when you look at the spiritual meaning, it's saying, do you know what, very much about this is your spiritual journey. It's, you know, there's going to be some ups and downs, and we all look at slightly different paths and what suits us and maybe make the wrong decisions. But it's saying, do you know what, just focus on what you're drawn to, what resonates with you, and don't be afraid, because there's going to be so many positives about what you want to achieve and what you're setting out to do. You know, the Chariot in a spiritual journey is great because it's, you know, it's so strong, it's so positive. And with it, this is quite an interesting card from the spellcaster. Can you see, cleanse your crystals in running water? So it's not just saying, Mandy, that you've got to work with crystals as part of the journey, but it's almost, if you think of that cleansing process, it's, now's the time to get rid of some of, the baggage or some of the false beliefs. Because I mean, there's so many things that happen that come on TikTok and, all of that are wrong. It's saying to you, trust your journey, because it's really important that you follow it through at this time. And I hope that makes some sense to you. Penelope O'Donovan, thank you for coming along. You've got the naughty one, you've got the devil. I mean, I just love this card as much as you shouldn't, Amanda. Just look at the imagery on it. It's just so
oh
good.
gosh, yeah.
And it's saying,
we all have to deal with the devil at times.
Absolutely. So do you know what? Very much about, spiritual transformation. Decide who, again, very much like who are the people that are around you. And it's, any of those transitions where we have to let things go, because often with the devil in the normal means, it's a bit of addiction. But there's things that are brilliant that you're drawn to crystals. You've just got to let things go a little bit and just move forward. And that's hard because, we get into those, we get into our comfort zones. And what's quite interesting, when I was just saying about sort of moving forward, don't feel overwhelmed or anything like that. Trust it. And it's here. The candle is almost spent, time for the new. So it's definitely a transition time where you've got to be quite firm and move forward. So I hope that makes some sense. And here's lovely Roz, and hope all is well with Roz. And for you, the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And, we just love this because it's saying, forget lottery scams, forget all these scammers that come on. This is all about fate is smiling on you. Now's the path. The universe is guiding you, but look for the signs, Roz. You know what I mean by that. It's just those little tiny things, and you think, oh, that was a bit of a synchronicity. I saw something on the TV and somebody was talking about it. Perhaps even Amanda was talking about it within it. And it's like, just go with that. Because with it, look at that lovely solar plexus sacral energy. Abundance and fruition flows, not necessarily about, tangible things, but it's just that warmth, that good things. You go, yeah, you know what? I've got this. This is great. And that's lovely, isn't it?
Lovely. Thank
you.
I
hope that makes some sense.
It's okay. I'll go back on because I've got two people.
Yeah, and I'll come back. When I come back, I'll come to Sue when I come back on.
Thank you, love. That's very. And Marta there. Now we'll see, ladies. Could be a message for both of you there, but we'll see who we're with. And Roz has said thank you, Liz. Thank you for that lovely message. Right, okay. So it's difficult with me because obviously you're waiting to see who it fits with, and like I know that they're there and they're telling me this, but I can't until somebody can take it. It's difficult to be able to move on. Okay, and I do actually feel, although I think both ladies have, Hardeep. Right, I've got a flag here. So the flag has got green and white on it. Does that mean anything to you, either Marta or Hardeep? They're showing me this. I know nothing about that. That's just been in, out and gone. Okay, so if that is means anything to you, then that will be with the link there as well. I'm just asking what else he's got to say here. Bless him. Come forward. I feel like I've sent him away a bit now. Bless him. Come forward. Oh, okay. This is strange, right? I've got to give it. Hello, April. Bless her. Right, I've got a rubbish bin here. But it's not like I've got like a garden metal bin. Okay, the garden bins with the big silver metal ones. Okay, so now that would be somebody. Skirtus. Right, okay. Yeah, that was about the name. All right, okay. Don't worry, I'm getting off my track here. So I was mentioning gardens before, and maybe cutting the grass, but I've got the old-fashioned. I had the old-fashioned thing. Now they're showing me a metal bin. Does that mean anything to you? Don't worry about the names, Hardeep. At the moment, this may be for Marta, but the message coming through could be something that you both need. So let's just ask what the message is here from Spirit, just to say that he knows, you know, this, you're sending love around you both here. There's something going on. I feel this could be symbolic with this bin, and it's like digging up over old ground. Maybe this is what I'm getting now. I'm asking for the message, and it's the bin there is in plain sight, so you can see things, because you can't hide things deep down. You need to get things out and just notice it, recognize it, and then let it go. Okay, if that makes sense, rather than burying it deep and letting it festing and manifest into worries, because there's something going on. Ah, he was a proud gardener. Bless you. Yeah, proud gardener. And so can you take this as well, Marty, listening as well? So maybe with you then, Hardeep. Would that mean anything to you, that there's something that you need, an emotional feeling that you need to recognize, and he's showing me, like, put it in the bin, you know, let go of it, but don't bury it so deep that you can't see it and it manifests within. It's got to be brought up to the surface, then placed in the bin, and then you can walk away. So if you can take that symbolic message there, I feel that that's what he's trying to say. There's something going on around at the moment around you where you've buried it deep. It's time to dig it up and put it in the bin and let go of it, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so I've got to give that to you both there. All right, and we'll just see what he's got to say, that validations for you. Okay, right. I've got emotion, and I feel that I want to cry. There's tears that need to come, tears that need to go, and I feel that this is where he passed to Spirit, and I don't feel that the tears were released. So it's important to release the feeling. So if this would be for your husband's father, and maybe for you as well, for your granddad as well, Hardeep, I feel the message would fit for both of you here, about emotions that need to be let go of, and for the male side of the family to be able to. It's sometimes hard for a man to admit when he feels his feelings and his emotions and be able to express them, but there's something that needs to be brought up, expressed, and dissolved, if you like, let go of. All right, so I'm just getting that message. I'm seeing if there's something else where I can give an evidential a date or anything for you. Right, okay, I've got March that I've got. You can take that, Marta. Okay, right, I've got March as an anniversary, birthday, or passing to give here with this message as well. I've also got the loss of a child to Spirit, and I feel that he's saying that the baby is there with him and the other loved ones around in Spirit. If anybody, if either Marta or Hardeep can take the message there, whether it's somebody present message or for you, Marta. Okay, my love, but there's a loss of a child, and I feel that this was just a baby, not very old, maybe just touched the earth plane. I'm just seeing a very small baby. Bless you, Marta. I will give you my love and blessings, because I know that I've be communicating with you very shortly, and move on, because I know that Liz will be waiting forever while I do my long readings.
That's all right.
But just
the way it is, you know.
That the baby is going to be there in whole, growing up in Spirit, and to let the tears out, and to let the emotion out, and lots of love. Okay, my pleasure. Blessings to you, and I hope you could take any message there, Hardeep, to let you know that Granddad would be around. Your spirit's eternal. They don't die. They just transition to another form. Okay, bless you both. Thank you for working with me. Over to lovely Liz. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. What lovely messages. Lovely. So Sue, welcome. And you've got put Sue and Nix. There's obviously two of you, so I'll do cards for both of you. Start off with you, Sue. You've got strength. And again, you know, that lovely lion, that everything about it. But with this, it's saying to you, you need to have more connection with your higher self. And a lot of people can get a little bit confused about what that means, but it's, you know, just really sort of stretching. It's about your inner strength, the balance, how you approach things. And occasionally we get really tough times. I mean, Amanda, probably you experienced it. Suddenly we feel like we're hitting a brick wall, and we struggle with our spirituality, but it's saying, do you know what, this is going to get better for you. So keep, you know, joining the lives, you know, experiencing different things, and so much more is going to come through for you. And what's quite interesting with here, the crystal cave is ready to heal you. So it's saying part of this growing spirituality, you're just going to feel so much better. You're just going to feel more connected and more in tune as the, you know, the coming weeks go on. So it is quite lovely. And for Nick, welcome here. I love this card. Can you see the hanging man, or the hanged man sometimes it's called? And it's, you know, it's a bit, there's a bit of a warning with this. It's like saying, just be a bit mindful about your approach to things, you know, really sort of, you know, think through in a way, and don't get bogged down with things, because, you know, sometimes people like to over debate, and it makes you think, I can't see the wood for the trees. But it's saying, you know what, just pause, Nick, and breathe, and you know what, just be a bit patient, because things are happening at the right pace. You know, what the universe is saying to you is like, you know, this is the right pace to do things. And here, time to weave your magic. You know, the stars, everything behind is very much about the universe behind you and how you're approaching it. So I really hope that makes some sense to you. So you've done a reading for Hardeep, haven't you? So I'll come down to Rick Paul. I'm reading the spiritual meanings. So we're just looking at a bit of your spirituality. I hope that's okay for you. And again, you've got the Chariot. Chariot's been it's very popular tonight. So I think it's like all that shift in energy, the way that we're going forward, what we're doing. And it's like, you know, start embarking a bit more on your spiritual journey, or maybe a different aspect of the spiritual journey that you're coming to. You know, there's going to be so many positive benefits. But also you two horses, and sometimes it's sphinxes, dragons that pull the Chariot. It's very much about that grounding energy. You know, really take time to connect with earth energy as you move forward, because that's going to help. And about focus. And with it, there's a dragon at the back of the cave, which doesn't mean scary things around the corner. But actually that's quite a good segue to go what I'm going to say in a minute. And Amanda knows what it is. But it's like, when you think of that dragon strength, so it's calling in your spirit guides, and just pull those forward. So on Valentine's night, Amanda and me are in Colchester at the Rovers Tie. And Amanda's going to be doing readings, and it's just with a fabulous company, and I'm going to be doing some ghost stories. So that was just a little segue, because we talked about the dragon. And Lacey Louise Roxanne.
So if you're about, come and join us.
I'll just shut the music in now. Okay, so that's interesting, right. Lacey. I think Lacey will start off with, you've got the Hierophant. This is always a very, very interesting card, and sometimes people struggle to fit, you know, in with this, but really it's saying that you've got some form of teacher, some form of mentor, a guide that's going to come in, and it's really, you know, you need to build a little bit more of your own spiritual practice, whether it's pulling a card a day, whether it's just a quiet time where you can reflect, or trusting your intuition. But this journey is going to progress, and you're going to be learning some new things. So it's a very exciting time, but look out for somebody that maybe doesn't fit the norm. And it's quite interesting, because we've had this card already. The candle has spent time for the new. So I really feel there's going to be some real differences that come for you. So it's just going to be really good. Emily, we can't answer sort of direct questions like that, but you're very welcome to have a private reading.
I can't see Emily's. Come up on here.
There's an Emily that said, what kind of jobs do you see me doing in the future? It's very difficult in this environment to do it. But what I will do is I will pull a card for you, but it's very much the spiritual side of the cards that are coming through. And what you have is here, can you see the Emperor? And it's, you know, almost saying, you know, when you're saying, you asked about jobs, but spiritual side of this is about, you know, a grounding. It's about, you know, having that strength to go forward. And it's almost like, don't overthink things. Don't let the rational part of your brain take over too much, Emily. So, you know, just trust yourself a little bit more. So if you feel that a particular job is right for you or that way forward, then really it's time to go for it. And it's here. Can you see this? The old tree holds the wisdom. So there might be somebody that is in your circle that can give you that little bit of advice. Over to you, Amanda. If I come back to, I think if April is looking for a reading, she just sort of put like a thumbs up. Yeah, so I'll come back to April.
Yeah,
if April's still around afterwards. So thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Liz. Right, okay. We'll see where we are next, and right, I'll just go into it. Okay. Ooh. I've got to give it something to do with legs and feet, and I think they're talking about somebody on the earth plane now that has got big problems with their legs and their feet at the moment, and I feel that this person is needing some support in other ways, because they're I don't know if they've even told anybody what's going on. So I don't know if it's somebody who's on here at the moment, but they're having problems with the pain in their feet or something like this, and they're just taking painkillers and they're not doing much about it. They're not getting it assessed, but Spirit knows what's going on, and they're just telling me about this. So if anyone can take this, maybe the link will go from there. And I feel it's down the shins, and it's like pains going down the shins. I don't know about the knees, down the shins and actually in the into the feet. So it could be the nerve endings. So I've got it. They're giving me it on both legs all of a sudden, just sitting here. So I've got to give that feeling, that sensation. So if anyone could take any of that, then we'll connect. But I'm asking who's coming through and a message, please. Okay, guys, come on. Right. I've got a lady coming through here. She's got fair hair, not like a goldeny look, and it would have been like the permy colour, sort of like Liz's colour hair, that nice colour hair, and shorter with like a bouffant-y bit on top here. And I've got the name of Carol that would link somewhere around her. Oh gosh. We've got Mia here. Oh, bless. Yeah. Bless her. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mia. Okay, my love. So this is for you then, my love. Oh, and I've got somebody coming through. Nan had that blonde hair and exact style. That's Nan then. And Nan's telling me about your daughter. And I've got a pain in the top of the head here. So I don't know if there's anxiety and stress on the earth plane, or if this is a symptom that Nan would have had before she passed, the Spirit, bless her. But I've got, she's coming in quite strong, and I feel that the messages are, they're coming, there's a lot on your side trying to support you and uplift you, and they're always trying to uplift you because of, there's a lot that you deal with, a lot of love that you give and to support your family, bless. And gosh, I could feel that pain in the legs and the feet, and healing prayers sent out for you and your daughter, bless her. Right, okay, that's gone now. As soon as I said it, they took it away, and got to go from there. Right, okay. Does April mean anything to you? I know we've got our April here. Okay, but I've got and she had pain in her head too, my daughter. Ah, okay, right, bless her. Bless her. Thank you for her healing. That's our pleasure. We'd like to send out healing. Healing thoughts are very important, just like prayers, because it's all energy, everything's frequency, everything's wavelength. So it's important to do that. Oh, and April's her birthday. So wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Just a lot of love coming in, and I feel that at the moment you've been feeling quite down, and the lives are inspiring you to lift up, to know that Spirit's there in the background, reassuring you. Remember that you are Spirit, okay? And our thoughts, our spirits will dip in and out at times, because it's a wave of energy, vibration that we live on. And sometimes we'll be lower, feeling lower than other times. But the validations and evidence from Spirit and the lovely communications and words, the intuitive readings will help you with guidance to lift you up, to know that you're not alone. Nobody's ever alone. So they should never feel that. And they're saying, you know, when you ask for healing, please ask people. Knock and you will receive. If you don't ask, you don't get, because you've got free will. So don't just ask. Obviously, Spirit ask those that have materialized in this physical world of ours as well. So keep in touch with people that you can talk to, anyone feels lonely, their mind, even Samaritans if need be, GP first port call, and healing practitioners. But I just need to say all that, my darling, okay? And to give you lots of love, and they know that you're going through a tough time, but they're behind you always, every step of the way. And so we bless you. Over to Liz with some more readings. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And strange you've said about April. I'm going to start off with April. Thank you for being so patient.
I lovely April.
Yeah,
April.
Yeah. So the spiritual pulled the world. Beautiful, you know, it's about moving forward, but it's saying to you, you've come through karmic challenges, and they could be anything that you encounter that's difficult, that you have to push through. But you know what? From your experiences, you've gained a tremendous amount of knowledge, wisdom, possibly earned through pain, and you know, you will be heard. If you feel compelled to share that information, or even, you know, just to go forward with the knowledge that you've had and to do something a little bit different, the things that you're going to say that you're going to be experiencing, be it in a different job or just the way that you move forward with your spirituality, April, it's going to be really, really positive. And you know, you have interesting things that people want to hear, even though maybe you don't believe it or have the confidence for it. And here, can you see this? Gaze at the moon and your drawing will soon be yours. So again, it's manifesting, it's working with those lunar cycles. It's possibly something that you don't do at the moment, but if you do, happily, you know, go forward with it. But you know, it's just something that is just, I think, I really feel all the time I'm feeling transition about moving forward, about you being a bit of a go-to person. So I've got somebody called June that's come up next. No idea. We can't answer direct questions at all on this, but you're very welcome to book, you know, a reading with either of us, and we can deal with things in so much more detail, June. But June, should I say? Apologies. But I pulled the wheel, and it is the spiritual meanings, the Wheel of Fortune, or just the wheel that it's particularly called at this. But it's saying fate is on your side. So if it's things like the book, it's what you want to do, just believe in it. But there's going to be some things in, whether at the launch or your approach or the things that you're going to do, just look for the synchronicities around it. Because I think there's going to be something quite important. And I've come on to Summer Dawson. I'll pull you a card because I'm not sure, you know, what Amanda will be doing with messages is what comes through to her. And you have Temperance. And that's such an elegant card, isn't it, in this particular deck? I'll try to use different ones. But all the time this is saying to you, Summer Dawson, that is, you know, listen to that inner guidance, because spirit will be sending you messages, and you know, they are around you, but you've got to be having a little bit of patience, because things will be at the right pace. It's about the things that you know, we all want to sort of run before we can walk properly, but it's just saying, you know what, the things that are what you need to know. And what's interesting, you've got Greet the Stranger as well. So with that, I'm going to say that there's going to be somebody that's going to come and help you, or a guide, or something else that's going to come in. And just really be looking out for it. I'll just do Louisa Hope. Louise Hope, sorry. Hi, Hope.
Hi, Hope, Louise.
And I know you've had a very interesting week this week. So here, can you see Judgment? And that's like a really incredibly powerful. These are the spiritual meanings with it. And it's, you know, it's very much saying to you, you understand a lot more than people give you credit for. Be it some of the spiritual lessons, the things that you've learned, and you're ready to go on and do more things. You know, don't cut yourself short. Don't put yourself in like a box, or I can only do this. You've got so much potential, so much about you. You know, really embrace it and move forward. with that, you possibly don't understand chakras, but this is sacral and solar plexus energy. So it's vibrant, it's strong. And, you know, once you start taking those bold steps, good things are going to come forward for your hope. So really stick with it and go with it. It's great. So over to you, Amanda.
Right. Lovely readings, lovely readings. Right, okay. I had a couple of things come in there as Liz was doing her lovely messages. First of all, I had a vision of a young child, and I feel like she was in a dress and dancing, but she was sort of spinning around for some reason. And I don't know if the person around her may have made clothes for her, been a dressmaker or something like this, or but she's spinning around and dancing. Then I was in the body of an old man, bless him, and he I feel was Catholic, and he is very much that he would pray, be a strong man. He would take he wouldn't take fools gladly, and quite a strong, staunch man here. So I don't know if anyone could make sense of that vision that I just had on them two situations there. If you can, please let me know, and because that contact could be with you. Okay, so I'm now going in more to see what this is all about. Remember that things that I say can be visions of what's going on the earth plane right now, and spirits indicating that about the situation. Okay, so it could be that there's something that's happened today with a young child and dancing about, spinning about or something, and some in a pretty dress. So it could be a memory link. But there was a man, and I feel that this is concerns about Grandad. But I do feel that there are Irish links as well here, and I feel that this man, I got the name Kenny somewhere, that fits around either on the earth plane or in spirit around this man, Kenny. Okay, and yeah, okay, and basically that they're just saying that there's been something at the moment where there's, again, I've got we were talking about the wave of depression, up and down emotions earlier, and I feel that there's somebody on the earth plane, and I feel that it is a man that's a bit worried about situation to do with work, and he's feeling a bit depressed, and Grandad wants to come in about this, also about the love and laughter of the children and watching over the children as well with this message. So I don't know if that means anything to anyone, or anyone could take an understanding of that, and then the message will go stronger, but nobody said anything as yet. Thank you. Oh, that was Hope Louisa saying thank you to you, Liz. And right, let's get some more information, otherwise I could be here. Well, that's the thing with these sort of spiritual messages, is I'm not going direct. And okay, so I've got Irish links, Catholic links, a man that would be, I don't know, I'd say stubborn as well, behaviour. And I've got a little girl that would be dancing or twirling around today, and somebody that has either had a new dress or excited about a new dress. And there's been a bit of depression going on. So I don't know if anyone can take that. If so, please let me know and we'll go from there. But otherwise I'll have to put that to one side, as nobody's saying anything. And anything else there? Very subtle energy now. Vision was quite strong. It's going off. It's like he doesn't want to speak. I feel that this is a man, he would have been a proud man, and he wouldn't express himself too much. He was quite silent. I've also got Edward being mentioned as well. Edward. Because anybody take this now? So we'll have to go back to Liz and just they might do what happened before. Hello.
Perhaps people will reflect on it.
Take it on. Yeah, reflect on what's been said, and I'll if anything else comes, I'll have to move on otherwise. Thank you, Liz. Go on.
I love what you said, excited about a new dress. I got very excited about my new thermal vest this week. So it just shows different things, doesn't it?
I just
I'm
can
going
see
to come to Kathleen, and then Keith, and then my lovely Shell. So Kathleen, spiritual meanings very much. And for you, the Justice card, which is, you know, very much a karmic card, whichever way, be it in the spiritual meanings or the normal meanings. But when you come into this life, you choose certain lessons, and some of these lessons have played out. But there may still be some challenges that you have to go through. But you know what? You're going to feel those challenges are bigger than they actually are. But the one thing about justice, can you see the scales? It's very much about you being in balance. So if something comes slightly left field, do you know what? You've got it. You can absolutely go through it, and it's not a problem, because what it's going to come to is things that are so beneficial for you. But occasionally, when we first see things, it's like you will almost think the worst. But just trust it. Just absolutely trust it, because it's not a bad card at all. And it's like saying to you, do you know what? You've had so much about you that you, once again, you don't give yourself credit for, but all the time stay in balance. And with this, make an altar. Can you see that? It's the foundation of your success. Now, depending on what your belief structure, it's not so much about making an altar, but even if you have a candle and you just write on a bit of paper what you want to achieve, or if you go out and you manifest whatever it is, it's going to come together. And part of that is, if you're struggling, just that sense of just making that connection is going to make things a lot smoother and a lot easier for you. And Keith, welcome. Hi to you. You've got the star, and this is always such a, a fabulous, healing, wonderful card. And whether you realize it or not, perhaps you do, you are so in tune with the spirit world, and it's saying to you, do you know what, you need to do more, you need to grow. And certainly this is very much about doing healing energy. Perhaps you, even if it's just your ability to talk to people, to share information, or more importantly, to listen and not wait to speak. That skill is just, it's there. And because there's so much blue, it's, very much with that communication, that throat chakra that's there. And if it's not something you're doing at the moment, with it, you get the spellcaster, which is the candle is almost spent, time for the new. So perhaps it's something that you're going to be moving forward to. But you've got that skill, you've got that talent. And to my lovely Shell, and hope all is well with you. Let's give these a quick shuffle, because I've been pulling them a bit now. My absolute favourite card. Wow. The Fool. Bit naughty, but it's very much, you're going to be starting on a new spiritual journey. Now, it could be revamping and moving forward, but once you start that focus, you know what will be exactly right for you. Again, always with the Fool, a bit bold, a bit courageous, push it forward. But this is going to lead to some great things. And it's, you're just entering now that start of things being different, about, the things, the information that you receive, the messages, everything about that shell. And with it, the crystal cave is ready to heal you. And, sometimes people do meditations with crystals, and it's like saying to yourself, you know what, there's quite a bit of elastoplast that you've got on. You need to take that off, and you need to put that healing energy around you. And that's going to give you that strength to go forward. And I hope that makes some sense to you.
So, that's lovely. Thank you, Liz. I have got the answer there. So,
yeah.
Okay. I've got two. So we've got Lisa. He's got a great Uncle Edward. Okay. So, and we've got Sue here with work, stress, off sick. Ted in spirit. I have some Irish links with contact. Please go look to the little girl dress. Right. Okay. So we'll carry on. Now, Hope there. Could you take any of the rest of the message that I gave there, and that was about the young girl that I saw spinning around. It may be a memory link in a dress. Maybe Mum used to make the dress, because I feel like this is summertime dress, no sleeves. Oh, we've lost Alice, so I don't know what's happened there. Okay, I'll wait for her to come back on. That happens with me as well at times. So look up. No, not the dress. You can't take the dress. Okay, so I take the little girl. So and it's like spinning. So, but she was in a dress. Okay. Now, what else was this they saying? And any Catholic links for you, Hope? there with Edward. Okay, I don't know where our Liz is. Right, just to wait for her to come back in and go from there. Bless her. Right, okay, so no, you can't take the dress. Okay, but Sue, can you take something there? So I don't think this is my uncle. Right, okay. All right. I have got Catholic links around, and I had the name of Edward and like that. So I could be with Sue then. Sorry there. I don't know where Liz has gone, but we had this last week, so I hope she's there. She's coming back in. Hello.
Sorry, that was me in technology trying to clear this stuff that pops up. Sorry, everybody.
Don't worry, dear. I was getting panicked. That's what happened with me last week, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh. Yeah. So I feel that one with you then, Sue. Bless you. And I don't know if you could take the meaning of the little girl, but maybe I feel that there could be somebody that made little dresses, but I feel that this little girl was spinning off, literally spinning off and going out. It was just in, quickly out. So I don't know what that symbolically would mean, if you can understand that part of it there. Sue, lovely Sue. Right, okay. There may be a message for both of you there, because I have got Edward, the name as well, come there, that you could take as your uncle there, Hope. But we'll see what the actual message is now, as we've established the man there. Okay, right, I have a train driver here. So we had bus drivers last week. We've got train drivers this week. So can you take anything and to do with a train driver? And there, Sue, are you still with us, Sue? And I've got links with a train driver there. And I've got somebody that would have had problems in the back area, the base of the spine, and I feel that they may have had to have a gosh, well, no, that's it. Validation evidence. That's good. So, the train driver says, coming in to talk to me about this. I've got problems here in the lower back. Would there have been a lower back operation, I feel, or something that would have, and this is on the right side of me at the moment. So I don't know if you can take that as well, Sue, but just want to say spirits around you, they know that you've been going through things, and okay. Colleagues in spirit. Okay. So maybe the man that's in spirit, and you said about the Irish links, you've got that. That's right. Talking about back problems, all right, and things like this at the moment. But I feel a lot of the thread of this evening has been about letting go of things as well, and bringing up the emotions to the top and dispersing them. I said that before. Oh goodness, Dad had bad, and you had. That's why they won't leave my back alone. Gosh, sorry, it's so dragged out with my part, guys, because it's in the mediumship. And I've also got glasses. They just showed me 2 celebration glasses, which look like champagne in the bottom of each, but it wasn't full. It was half of each. I don't know. Maybe they're saying that for a reason, so that don't drink too much when you're celebrating. There's something, an anniversary or something coming up, a celebration to be had. Can you take that, Sue? Does that mean anything to you? He's bringing the glasses together, but he's got half, and you're half full. I don't know, it could be Prosecco, but to me it looks like champagne. Who knows the difference? But so you've got to laugh when you do these things, because you know. And oh my goodness, he's taken me to gosh, hasn't said the name of the place, Foreign Fields, I should say, I feel like a holiday reminiscence or something here, because I've been shown, like, oh yes, go for it then, because he'll be there. He knows that. He's talking to me about that and about celebrating, but that for some reason you can't go mad on the alcohol for some reason, maybe a health reason or something there. So he knows that and he's laughing about that. Right, but he's showing me a donkey, okay, and I'm taking, unless it's donkey rides on in the that we've had when we were kids, I don't know, but this donkey looks like I can see the backdrop, and it's like it's going down the mountain, and you've got beautiful vista views behind. Beautiful. So if I'm still with you, my love, then it's either something that you've experienced, not that you'd be on a donkey, but oh, okay, or something that you've already that it's a holiday thing, and you've seen this, but I've got to give this to you for some reason. Okay, so I want you to be in a relaxing situation. I know you don't get much time because of what you do and stuff like this, but I feel that these are memory links, and he's bringing this in for you. Okay, maybe he's bringing it in for Nick, because Nick, it was Nick's friend as well, and talking about Nick. So it could be an experience of Nick's that he would know of. So let me know if that means anything to you. But I'm glad you had all the other validations going on there. I would like, if we can, because we've got lovely Tony Golden, who's joined us all the way from North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and donkeys at the seaside. You have got the, yeah, maybe. But I had I felt like it's just, I don't know, there was something more to it. So memory links maybe there going on that for you that means something specific. So looking more into that, please, Sue. And thank you for connecting with me. Yeah, our Tony's from South Carolina, and she's joining us late, very late. It's gone 12 over there. So we must, bless you, do something for you. So first of all, I'll give, if our Sue can do some messages, then hopefully fit you in there, Tony, because I don't know how long you can be on there with us, and then I'll link into spirit. Okay, thank you.
Okay. What I'll do is I'm going to do Shirley first, Shirley Jefferson, and then Tony.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Of course, it's however you want to, but I'm just saying.
But these are the spiritual meanings of the Major Arcana. So Shirley, for you, I've got the Empress. And it's such an incredibly vibrant card, but certainly spiritually, this is saying to you, do you know what? You've got to start making more time for you. You probably give too much of your time, of your resources, you know, everything, and everything is going out. And this is now saying, slow down and nurture yourself. Give yourself some treats, because then with the sort of the gifts that you've been given spiritually and creatively as well are just going to start to open up to you. But at the moment, because there's so much, I'll describe it as noise, but things going on, you can't really make that connection or see a way through. But there's a little bit about spending time in nature. You know, the Empress is very much about being grounded. And even if you just go and sit on a park bench or do something like that for you, turn the noise off. It's really, really going to be important. With that, cleanse your crystals in running water. If you have crystals, this doesn't necessarily mean that they need cleaning, anything like that, but it's all about the water, that process of movement, of healing, that there's things that you have to do for you. And you really do have to make that time to do it, because it applies to us all, Amanda, doesn't it?
Oh,
you know,
definitely.
we really don't do the things that we should. So I hope that makes some sense to you. And welcome, Tony, from that distance. So we've had Diane from South Africa on earlier, and Tony from North Carolina. Now, these are the spiritual meanings, and this is the Hermit. I'm not sure how much you know about tarot, but these messages are speaking directly to you, what things that will help you. But it's really about saying to you, you need to make some time, not so much to practice your meditation, but to have that quiet time where you can reflect, because within that guidance that's going to come to you, you're going to start to develop your own psychic connection in a much deeper sense. Whereas at the moment, possibly you see things or hear things and dismiss it, or your intuition kicks in and you're just like, I'm not really sure about that. But this is saying to you, you know what, just have that inner reflection, because that inner light is so incredibly important to you. So I hope that makes some sense with it. And with it, can you see here, the candle is almost spent, time for the new. And it's like when we've used up a candle, we rip it off, chuck it out, and that's that. So it's saying there's certain things that you've got to leave behind. So in that, making time for you, that understanding there's some things that have to go, and perhaps it's part of your spiritual practice, or perhaps it's people or things around you. So I really hope that makes some sense to you, and thank you for joining.
Right, okay. Thank you, Liz. Do you want me to do something or go on to...
Yeah, do you want me to do another one?
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll see if I've got you. Yeah, I didn't know whether you had somebody there. Right. I don't know if this is for you, Tony. I'll just give what I have. This could be for anybody on here, because it's not the same when we're not one-to-one. So please, if whoever takes it, but blessings to you all. As I was contemplating asking Spirit to come through there, I feel there's been quite a bit of emotion again building up here. I feel that there's somebody that was involved in a kind of dispute with somebody else, and it became quite an awful situation. And I feel that somebody had an injury, and the injury ended up fatal. That's the only way I can express it at the moment. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I feel that this is a male, and I feel this is somebody's husband or long-term partner. And also I have, that's for you. And, oh dear. Also I have something to do with, I don't know, I feel like with his heart and his blood pressure and things like this, but I've got a lot of love to bring in from him. And I feel that he maybe had the stresses of life, and with what was going on around him, I feel his heart gave out. This man, as he presents himself to me, has, we've got a few of the golden hairs in this evening, bless them. Like our lovely Liz, we've got, and he's got relatively long hair, but not too long, but it's quite long. It's not cut short, but it's going back, okay? And I feel he would have worn it sort of going back. It's hard to sort of explain that on a man. Quite a large build, quite chunky build, I'd say, this man. I've got bluey green eyes with him as well. So I feel that if don't worry about the dispute and all that sort of stuff that I said. I just had to say what I was given, what I felt. If anybody, this could be for anybody on here, if anyone can take this man, or there's a situation where there's an upset, I do feel that there was some kind of police involvement somewhere, and I feel that there's been some kind of an issue, and then there needs peace. There needs to be peace in your heart and around. So if anyone can take this man, I feel that he would have, I don't know if there was a fight or some kind of a problem that built up, and then he ended up in hospital and he passed with the situation. I feel that there was some kind of issue, a tragic situation there. So I'll leave it there, because I don't know if anyone can take this or not, and go from there. But I've got to bring in that he just wants to say that he's around, that he tries to show you he's around you, and sorry for being overreactive at times. If anyone can take that. Bless you. Right, Caitlin. And so that's it. I never know who I'm going to on here. Caitlin, with you, can I ask then, even though he had the long hair, did he have like a fair hair? I feel this man may have had fair hair, and I feel that maybe when he was younger, okay, maybe that's what he's showing me, because you said it was oh, Tony, it is. So maybe both of you here, ladies, Caitlin and Tony. That is what happened to your neighbour. Okay. So hello to the cats. We love the cats.
We're moaning now.
And he was an oh gosh, hold on. We've got somebody else come up. He was an elder. Right, okay. So you can take both situations. I feel like there was a kind of a tragedy, you know. So I don't want to dwell on that. too much. I can see a bit of violence, something too much for them to take. They tried to be cool and calm down, and in the end, it's just too much. Bless them. I feel they had a heart attack or something. Okay. Right. You don't tell me anything that we don't know, because we not here to fortune. We're talking about what we saw. That would be a private one-to-one reading. If you want more information, then we can say how we know things. Right. Bless. So I don't want to go into too much, but I feel there was violence, altercations and stuff, and he ended up, it was too much for his heart, and that's what took him out. Bless him. All right. He wants to come through to obviously let you know that he's okay now. Also, please still listen in, Tony, because I have motorbikes as well here. Okay. So I don't know if this is for you, Caitlin, or Tony, or anyone else, but with this actual specific message. Okay. And I've got a big motorbike, like they do, you know, the big motorbikes and things like this, as a link going in here. Now I feel that I can't give, you know, anything they haven't given me, so I have to just give you what they've given me. I feel like something about a wedding. All right.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm hearing that echoes.
There was a lot of spirit around making me sneeze.
Yes, yes.
That's the way.
So I don't know if this is a memory link, but I just had pearls as well. So I've got to give pearls, Pearl, the name Pearl, or pearls. And I've got a memory link of a wedding. So it could have been a pearl anniversary, things like this. Mediumship messages do go on a bit, so that's the awkward part. I've got to say there would have been, I feel like I know that we're coming up to Valentine's as well, but there would have been chocolates and something to do with Valentine's, and maybe an anniversary, maybe of a wedding or an engagement on Valentine's. And I feel this is being remembered. Okay, he's talking about this. So he just wants to say there's a loved one on the earth plane, and if they're your neighbour, maybe to speak to his wife and say, you know, and sorry to the family for what happened on around you guys, and that he is there. Okay, and he's healed in spirit now, but he just wants to come in and say, I think to let his wife know that he's around her still, and remembering her this Valentine's, and it's not just Valentine's, it's also an anniversary. Okay, an anniversary. So I've got to say that. Just if there's one more thing, and then I'll let Alice finish, because I think we've gone over time here. I know that, oh gosh. And I've got an L name, like sounded like Liam as well there. So I don't know if that would fit somewhere on the earth plane to give as well. And I've got, yeah, okay. To not worry, everything's going to be okay. There's something that you've been worrying about. You need to go and relax yourself down and not worry before you go to bed over things. Otherwise, you're going to snowball that worry and make it stronger. So please just send your thoughts up and know that things will be okay. Be strong, okay? And for your neighbour there, Tony, if you could pass the message on of love, that he's around, if she believes in the spirit world, that is, obviously. Otherwise, maybe put white light protection around as a bless you. But just to let you know that they're around you, and not worry about your husband, my love. What's meant to be will be, but spirit will always be watching over him and you. All right. But thank you for tuning in to us. Sorry, it's a short message. And that's as much as I could give you, Caitlin. And if anybody wants to get in touch with us, that's down to them. We don't go to you to get in touch with us. It's down to you to get in touch with us if you want to DM us privately. Okay, my loves, we can only give what's coming out at the moment. So I hope that you could understand that. But just want to let you know that he's around for some reason. I think it's because there's been a lot of this upset, I feel, went onto your family boundary, Tony, and as well. And because of this, I feel that things happen quite a lot, and it would have impounded on your lifestyle. So it's like a sorry, because spirit are omnipresent. So it's like he's saying sorry on that side, and there, your grandpa is coming in for you as well to say he's okay on the other side with his long hair back. Okay, that I could see the way he wore his hair, bless him. And thank you all, ladies. Thank you very much for connecting us with us. Don't forget Liz's live tomorrow evening. What time, Liz?
5:30 on the Crystal Shack page. And somebody said, is there a list? No, we try and cover as much off as we can, so people that join early are more likely to get a card or a reading. And Amanda, it's whatever comes through for her.
What we're doing is we're going to be doing some private bookings where we send links to you for a small donation, basically a small amount of money, and then it'll be a 2-hour show, so you're guaranteed to get your readings basically. So if you want to join us with that, we'll soon be advertising that, and let us know. We look forward to seeing you on the closed links, but these ones are open, and I'm afraid we have to have the scammers in on these, so we try to get rid of them. It takes up our time, and it takes up your time, and so we'll sort out the private ones. Okay, bless you, and thank you all for coming on, being with us tonight. See you soon. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.